came here with two of my kids. My younger son was diagnosed with CRPS in, I want to say, end of January, early February of this year. He had an injury in November of 23 that just wouldn't heal, and multiple x-rays, multiple MRIs. The doctors did not want to tell us what he had. A couple of them actually yelled at my son and said that it was in his mind and he was making it up. Meanwhile, his, feet was starting to turn purple, and he couldn't move it, and it was hurting. So eventually we did find someone that was aware of it, that told us what he believed it was, and tried to help us find treatment for it. And we went to multiple places. We went to multiple physical therapy locations who actually helped get his functionality back, but the pain was still there, and his brain still felt weird and off, and he felt numbness throughout his body. So even though the pain in his limb was starting to get better, he still had hearing sensitivities. He still had, what he would tell me was he felt off, was the words he kept saying. So we found Dr. Miller, and we started with the brain balancing program 2 weeks ago. And after a week of intensive treatment, he actually said to me in the car, not prompted, for the first time, he said, "It's the first time I felt normal again in a year," which was really, really nice to hear as mom. And then his hearing sensitivity disappeared. And that was amazing, because we couldn't sit in a car, or we couldn't, if a car came by with loud music, or if someone in a restaurant picked up a plate, it would hurt his ear and he'd start crying. But he was okay, and he was sitting there enjoying, just some time out on the beach, and he was okay. And it was just this huge relief to see. And on top of it, just knowing that what we're doing here is going to help stick and help give him that root cause solution to his nervous system imbalance. I can't explain it. It's just a wonderful feeling when, you're so afraid. So I've learned a lot about how they're integrated, these primitive reflexes are integrated to, I guess, the nervous system. And the nervous system being the root cause of, when the nervous system is not balanced, the vagus tone is off, which controls the inflammation in the body, controls all that pain. And so getting to that root cause and getting his nervous system to finally be balanced, and integrated with all these reflexes, which we're working on, and having him be better is great. And then also on my other son, which I haven't spoken about, where he's the opposite, where he's very anxious and he has trouble enjoying himself. And he was able to sit through a game of cards where we actually went the full 13 rounds for the first time, and he lost, and it was okay. He normally quits. He normally doesn't want to be involved because he's got anxiety about losing or not being the best player in there. But he was actually able to sit through a whole game, and actually finish the game and go on to do other things for the first time in 12 years.